Speaker, Honourable Angelo Farrugia. It's a great pleasure to meet you, albeit virtually, and to serve today under your chairmanship, and an enormous privilege to follow Madam Chairperson. Can I welcome everyone who is part of the conference, Honourable and Right Honourable members and ministers, clerks and secretaries of delegations, ladies and gentlemen. May I start by thanking Madam Chairperson for her hard work, dedication and commitment to the CPA, and on a personal note in particular to thank her for the great support that she and other members of the coordinating committee have given me as I've started this new role as Secretary General. I am very pleased to be here at the 49th British Islands Mediterranean Regional Conference and to echo Madam Chairperson's thanks to the Parliament of Malta, to the CPA branch in Malta, but in particular to you, Mr. Speaker, for hosting us, but especially for the great work that you did as the former chairperson of our small branches network. It is an unusual time to start a new job. I took up this position on the 1st of August, sitting as I am today at home at the dining room table rather than in the office because of the restrictions that we're all working under. As Madam Chair said, we had our first virtual executive committee of the CPA last month, and I'd like to register my thanks to the region's representatives on that executive committee, the Honourable Leona Roberts, the Honourable Stuart Macmillan and the Honourable Ian Liddell-Granger. All three are active and constructive contributors to the work of EXCO and helped to ensure that this innovation of the first ever virtual executive committee proved a great success. Needless to say, it saved a great deal of money as well, because we were not flying colleagues from all parts of the world to a venue with costs. And I know that the region has made suggestions that we might consider that option at least sometimes in the future, and the coordinating committee will be looking at that. Can I also give my personal thanks to John Davis for his work and for the personal support that he's shown to me since I was appointed to this role, and more broadly to emphasise the crucial role that is played by our regional secretaries across the 9 regions of the CPA. And it's been a pleasure over the last 2 months to virtually meet all 9 regional secretaries and hear their perspectives, from which I can learn a great deal. Both you, Mr. Speaker, and Madam Chairperson have spoken today about the impact of COVID. We think, of course, first of those who have lost their lives, families that have lost loved ones, those that are still living today with COVID across the Commonwealth, indeed across the whole world, the impact of this pandemic on health, the impact on our economies and therefore on public finances. And as Madam Chairperson, I think, rightly said, COVID has hit everyone, but it has hit some harder than others. And it does remind me why I think the work of our networks in the CPA is of such vital importance. The Small Branches Network, as has been mentioned, the Commonwealth Women Parliamentarians Network, and our Commonwealth Network for Parliamentarians with Disabilities. It also, I think, reminds me of the central importance of the UN Agenda 2030 and the Sustainable Development Goals, tackling poverty, addressing climate change and environmental degradation, and promoting positive, good governance around the world. And I think, as has been said, this virtual conference, the first ever virtual regional conference, demonstrates how the CPA and parliaments more broadly are adapting to some of these challenges. And similarly, in the Secretariat, we have sought to adapt. Earlier this year, we published a toolkit for parliamentarians on COVID. As has been said, this week we have the Dominica post-election seminar being conducted entirely online, the second such seminar. And in December, we're planning for the first time a fully virtual Commonwealth Youth Parliament. Having said all of that, I also look forward to meeting you all in person. I looked at the weather, and in London it's actually quite bright, but it's 15 degrees. I see in Valletta it's 30 degrees. I think I'd rather be with you in Valletta today than stuck at home here in London, and I really do look forward to having the opportunities to visit in this region and across the rest of the CPA. 2 years ago, the Association adopted our current strategic plan, and I've started the work of considering what will go into the next strategic plan for the period from 2022 to 25, working with Madam Chairperson and the other members of the coordinating committee. And we will be launching a consultation paper shortly on this. The key question in that consultation will be, what should the CPA look like by 2025? I want us to look at how we can build upon the many existing strengths that we have, but also look at areas for improvement. And I will be wanting to hear from branches, from parliamentarians, from across the Commonwealth, our networks, our regions, as well as from external partners, so that we can shape a strategy that is truly relevant to the circumstances we all face over the next 5 years. I spent 17 and a half years as a Member of Parliament in the United Kingdom, and like all of you, I have a passionate belief in the importance of strong democratic institutions. I also believe that we can learn so much from each other. Can I say a particular hello today to our friends from Cyprus? My former constituency in North London had the largest Cypriot community of any in this country, and it was always a pleasure to work with the Cypriot diaspora, but also to visit Cyprus on a number of occasions, and I look forward to coming back when conditions allow. Can I thank the region for inviting me to be part of today's opening session? I hope you have a fruitful and constructive 2 days, and I wish you all well. Thank you very much.